Welcome back to Operating Systems Crashcast. I'm Victor, and with me as always is the brilliant Sheila. Today we're diving into Chapter 2 of our book, which focuses on operating system structures. Sheila, want to give our listeners a quick overview of what we'll be covering in this chapter?
Absolutely, Victor. Chapter 2 is all about the building blocks of operating systems. We'll be exploring the various services provided by operating systems, user interfaces, system calls, and the overall design and implementation of these complex systems. Today's episode specifically focuses on Section 2.1, Operating System Services. It's a crucial topic that lays the foundation for understanding how operating systems function.
Great summary, Sheila. Let's jump right in. Operating systems provide a wide range of services that make our computers usable and efficient. These services can be broadly categorized into two groups, those that help the user and those that ensure efficient system operation. Sheila, could you start us off with some of the user-oriented services?
Of course, Victor. One of the most fundamental services is the user interface. This can be either a command line interface, CLI, or a graphical user interface, and GUI. Think of it as the front desk of the operating system, where users can interact with the computer.
Excellent analogy, Sheila. Another critical service is program execution. The operating system loads programs into memory and runs them, managing all the complexities behind the scenes. It's like a backstage manager at a theatre, ensuring each act goes smoothly without the audience seeing all the work involved.
That's a great way to put it, Victor. Moving on, we have I/O operations. The OS manages input and output devices, making it easier for programs to use these resources without knowing the specific details of each device. It's similar to how a hotel concierge might handle various guest requests without the guests needing to know all the hotel's inner workings.
Absolutely. File system manipulation is another crucial service. The OS provides a uniform, logical view of information storage, abstracting away the physical properties of storage devices. Users and programs can create, delete, and manipulate files and directories without worrying about the underlying hardware.
That's right, Victor. And let's not forget about communications. Operating systems facilitate communication between processes on the same computer and between processes on different computer systems through networking. It's like a postal service for data, ensuring messages get from one point to another reliably.
Great point, Sheila. Now let's shift gears to some of the system-oriented services. Error detection is a critical one. The OS constantly monitors for potential errors in CPU and memory hardware, I/O devices, and user programs. It's like a vigilant security guard, always on the lookout for issues.
Absolutely, Victor. Resource allocation is another key service. The OS manages resources like CPU cycles, main memory, file storage, and I/O devices, allocating them to different users and processes as needed. It's similar to how a traffic controller manages the flow of vehicles to ensure efficient use of roads.
Excellent analogy, Sheila. We should also mention logging, where the OS keeps track of which users use how much and what kinds of computer resources. This is crucial for accounting purposes and for collecting usage statistics.
Indeed, Victor. And last but certainly not least, we have protection and security services. The OS controls access to system resources, defending against unauthorized access and malicious attacks. It's like a combination of a bouncer and a vault guard, ensuring only the right people get access to the right resources.
That's a great way to wrap up our main services, Sheila. It's fascinating how these services work together to create the computing experience we're all familiar with. Any final thoughts before we recap?
Absolutely, Victor. It's important to note that while we've discussed these services separately, they're highly interconnected in practice. For example, when you're running a program execution, it might need to read a file system manipulation, display output, I/O operations, and communicate with other processes, communications. The OS orchestrates all of these services seamlessly.
Excellent point, Sheila. To recap, we've covered the main operating system services, including user interface, program execution, I/O operations, file system manipulation, communications, error detection, resource allocation, logging, and protection and security. These services form the backbone of modern operating systems, enabling the smooth operation of our computers.
That's right, Victor. Understanding these services is crucial for anyone looking to delve deeper into operating systems or prepare for related interviews. They provide a framework for thinking about how operating systems function and interact with both users and hardware.
Absolutely, Sheila. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks to all our listeners for tuning in to Operating Systems Crashcast. Join us next time as we continue our journey through the fascinating world of operating systems.